Welcome to our today's webinar on entrepreneurship development for e-commerce in Bangladesh, organized by NUB Business Group. The whole world is experiencing the major transformation in retail business. Similarly, the e-commerce sector in Bangladesh has been growing rapidly for the last few years since more and more consumers are buying goods online. E-commerce in Bangladesh has got a big boost, especially during this pandemic situation that enforced to slow the spread of coronavirus as people staying at home purchased almost all types of products through online shopping platforms. The online shopping platforms like Chaldal.com, Shohoj.com, Foodpanda, BD Ticket, BD Shops, Daraj.com, Pathao now are popular shopping e-commerce sites in Bangladesh. How growth of entrepreneurship can be extended in e-commerce sector in Bangladesh, that will be discussed by our honorable guests and resource persons today. We all are very happy and thankful to have Mr. Jia Ashraf, founder and CEO of Chaldal.com with us as keynote speaker. It's a great honor for me to introduce and welcome our honorable chief guest as in today's session. We are very grateful and glad that Professor Dr. Anwar Hussain, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Northern University, Bangladesh, is present with us as our chief guest. Professor Dr. Nazrul Islam, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean of Faculty of Business, Northern University, Bangladesh, is present with us as session chair. Honorable guests, this is Farzana Chaudhary, Senior Lecturer, Northern University, Bangladesh. Welcome you once again in today's session. At the very beginning, may I request Dr. Muhammad Mashukujaman, Head Department of Business Administration, Northern University, Bangladesh, for his welcome speech.
Thank you, Farzana Chaudhary, Madam. Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to extend a warm welcome on behalf of the Department of Business Administration conducting a webinar on entrepreneurship development for e-commerce in Bangladesh as part of the series of the program in bridging the gap between industry and academia. Please take my salam and wholehearted greetings on this occasion. I would like to welcome today's chief guest and our guardian, Professor Dr. Anwar Hussain, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Northern University, Bangladesh, for his kind presence. Thank you, sir. We are fortunate to have the keynote speaker, Mr. Jia Ashraf, founder and chief operating officer of Chaldal.com. Thank you so much, sir, for your kind presence and sharing your valuable time here. Honorable Chair of today's session, Professor Dr. Nazrul Islam, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean, Faculty of Business is also with us. Thank you so much, sir, for gracing this session. E-commerce industry, e-commerce business in Bangladesh is booming during this pandemic session. In 2016, the market size of this industry was only 5,000 crore taka, which is increased to around 17,000 crore taka in the year 2020. That means it grew to 30 times within just 4 years. There are around 2,000 web-based entrepreneurs and around 50,000 Facebook-centric entrepreneurs operating in Bangladesh. E-commerce industry supplied 1 lakh jobs during this pandemic and has the potential to reach 5 lakh within a year. Chaldal.com is an online grocery-based e-commerce doing its job fabulously. We are fortunate to have the founder and the chief operating officer of Chaldal. I hope we could learn about the startup experience of Chaldal and the operational procedure at the same time. This could help our future experience shaping their dreams. I also welcome all the faculty members throughout the department who are present here. I thank all our beloved students for joining here. I thank all the people working hard to make it successful. I hope this will be an enjoyable and learning session for all of us. To conclude, I thank all for your kind and patience hearing. Thank you so much. Farzana Madam, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your welcome speech. At this moment, may I request our chief guest, Professor Dr. Anwar Hussain, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Northern University, Bangladesh, to prompt his valuable idea and opinion about today's theme. Over to you, Dr. Anwar Hussain, sir.
Thank you, Farzana. Honorable Session Chair, Professor Dr. Nazrul Islam, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor of Northern University, Bangladesh. today's guest speaker and keynote speaker, Mr. G. Ashraf, CEO of Chaldal, Dr. Mashikud-Jaman, Head of the Department of Business School, my colleagues, and my dear students. I see a large number of students already attending, 80 plus. It's a great evening it's going to be. As a policy, Northern University of Bangladesh always welcome people with corporate experience, people with entrepreneurship experience to come and share their experience and views on this subject. Because we really want that our students should know the business world. They will also know the key persons who run the industries, who run the corporate houses, the key players, who are their role models. And as we are passing through a pandemic, which has shaken all of us and threatened our life and living, and despite this situation, according to our chairman, Dr. Abu Yusuf Muhammad Abdullah, we have not stopped. You know, there is a company which slogan is never stop. And we would also like to say that our business school, our university will never stop despite the pandemic. We just missed only 1 or 2 days, but we rolled back and started to take classes online. So gradually, as we see what is happening in the global situation, e-commerce has taken over, online business are booming all over the world. And bright entrepreneurs from Bangladesh, they have all rallied with their talent, with their organizing capability, and already serving the country and nation. You have mentioned, Dr. Mashikud-Jaman has mentioned how many companies have been formed based on e-commerce, how they are catering to the retail needs of the people. Because if you cannot go to the market, market will come back to you. We have seen that the banks have already come to the customers. Now we see, because of the pandemic, all the business enterprises providing services, providing goods, have already come to our doorstep. So this is the historical phenomenon, because over the years we have seen, there was a time everything happened in the villages, everything happened in the family, everything happened in the cottages that we have. We had a self-sufficient village economy. We didn't have to go to anywhere, any place. Now, with the passage of time, because of industrialization process, the alienation took place and the family got scattered because the male counterpart will work in the factory and the female will take care of it. So gender-based discrimination started and we find the division of labor. And gradually the professional jobs came and other things happened. So I don't want to go into the details of that, but basically my concept is that it's just like a pendulum. It makes a swing to that and then comes back. So possibly after this integration and disintegration process, things will be better for us. I really congratulate our today's speaker, Mr. G. Ashraf. I'm also sometime a client of his company, remember. And we have seen in the 60s, when in America, the key concept was how quickly you can deliver the services. I remember a company became multimillionaire because their logo, their slogan was that you order your pizza and get it in 20 minutes, served. Just shortening the process of getting the pizza to the customer's table. And now I think the Chaldal and other companies are also promising this kind of, you know, one call away and your service is at your home or at your doorstep. So I really congratulate him for undertaking a very courageous measures and also becoming successful. And this success, you have to maintain it, whether pandemic is there or not. The e-commerce has come and it has already made the mark. And I believe that this will continue for future time, for a long time to come. And I would not like to extend my words very much, because I would like to thank our business school, especially Dr. Mashikud-Jaman and his team, for getting hold of this key speaker of today. to enlighten us on a very, very important topic of the day. I would request my student friends to listen with rapt attention and to take home the ideas that please be ready with a notebook to jot down some of the key points. And I hope the recorded speech will be available so that you can renew your understanding of the concept and the experience that our chief guest is going to share. I would like to thank Mr. G. Ashraf for taking the trouble of coming to us and also sharing his views and also his experience, which is I would say, very precious experience from the entrepreneurship point of view, and so that he can inspire and imbibe young people who can take over in the future the similar kind of venture for Bangladesh. And if we have that, then Bangladesh progress, nobody will be able to stop it. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your enthusiastic words. Now it's the time to introduce our keynote speaker. Today's session, our keynote speaker is Mr. Jia Ashraf, founder and COO of Challan.com. Mr. Jia gained experience from the field of management and marketing. Prior to Challan, he was the head of operations at a ready-made garments factory in Bangladesh. He managed over 1,000 employees and supervised all sides of business, including merchandising, production, commercial design, and marketing. Jia Ashraf is also serving as the Director of Foreign Affairs in E-Commerce Association of Bangladesh. May I request our honorable keynote speaker, Mr. Jia Ashraf, to share his successful journey in e-commerce business. Over
Hello,
to
everyone.
you.
Thank you very much, Farzana Madam. A good evening to all of you, and Assalamu alaikum. I'm Jia Ashraf. I've been introduced many times, and I thank Professor Anwar sir. It's an honor that he has called me in his university to share some idea with all of you. And also, I'm honored that he is also a customer of Chaldal and has praised that we have done, at least we have tried to do his orders properly, I hope. That's why he thanked us. Thank you very much, sir, for trying Chaldal.
Okay.
And also, I want to thank Nozrul sir. He has, I met him in a program, and he has told me that to come and enlighten his students in the university also sometime. So that moment is now. And also thanks to Masbuz Zaman sir. He's the head of the entire department. Thank you all for joining me. So I would like to break down my speech in 3 different sections. One is that I have a presentation, which I will obviously show to all of you. And I'm sure it might be the most boring part, where I would be just showing you slides and explaining you some of the slides. And after that, I would be sharing you some of my experience, how I came up with the idea of Chaldal, and how the transformation of Chaldal happened from a small room to right now we operate from 21 warehouses. So I will tell you about that journey in short. And then I would like to get questions from the audience. If anyone have any question, they can ask me anything they like openly. So I would share those, try to answer those questions. So let me start off with the presentation first. Let me screen share. So you see, like, e-commerce in Bangladesh is it's no longer a new idea. Now everybody knows about it. But when we started in 2013, people were just talking about digital Bangladesh, and even some people were making fun about it. That what is digital Bangladesh? How will it digitize? And you see, like, people like us, I would say, you know, like, I'm honored to come and speak in front of all of you, because the problem I had while I was a student was that I was not a very good student. And the biggest problem was that I would not get a job. But then, like, the idea of entrepreneurship was moving around in my head, and we came up, me, my friend Tejas, and Wasim, we 3 are founders of Chaldal. We 3 sat down and decided to make an e-commerce company in Bangladesh, which did not really exist at that time. So you see, the entrepreneurship is a very unique model. The model is any entrepreneur tries to build something that does not exist. Like if you look at this motor car, when this was made first, like people did not think of making a motor car. So the entrepreneurship skill starts with a problem, or the journey starts with a problem, but looks forward to a solution that we don't have in present time. So now a lot of you might be feeling that how did we come up with the idea of Chaldal when there was no pandemic? So I'll tell you those a bit later. So these are a few of the slides that tell about entrepreneurship. How did people improve the society or improve a technology to take it to the next level? Now is the interesting slide where you would have a clear idea about the e-commerce in Bangladesh. The total grocery market of Bangladesh, that means everything included, like every marketplace, like it a Karan Bazaar hook, by if it is new market or regular market that you see around, everything included is $40 billion yearly. And then we have the e-commerce market. E-commerce, not only grocery, like every kind of e-commerce, like you can talk about Daraz, Food Panda, Sheba XYZ, all that included is around $2 billion right now, including the Facebook pages. And then we have supermarkets, supermarket grocery stores. Those are 250 million. And the online grocery that we work in, Chaldal works in, is around $100 million, but we only can serve 30% of it, like around 30 million yearly. So this is about Chaldal. Like you can see some of the photos that we have, and the promise that we started off back in 2013-14 was that we would deliver grocery in 1 hour. Now to do that, it was a very big challenge. Number one challenge was not to have a logistic company. But before I go there, let me show you a video about the processes that we have internally in Chaldal before you click an order and it comes to your house. So let's get into that video. So you see, in this ad, or in this video, you might think that যে চালডালের সার্ভিসটা যে আমরা দেই এটা খুব একটা ইজি, যে শেলফ থেকে উঠাচ্ছেন, এটাকে প্যাকেজিং করে আমরা গাড়িতে উঠে দিচ্ছি, and you are getting it at home. But it's not actually like that. Number one হলো যে when you are placing an order, it goes to our dispatch central. So in that dispatch central, like in the software, like they approve that order after verification from our call center. Once that verification is completed, that order pops up into the device of the picker. The picker then picks up the products. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, oh, shop warehouse to dekhte erokom. Like everybody has a lot of shelves, and সেই shelfগুলোর মধ্যে অনেক product আছে, আমরা productটা খুঁজে নিলেই তো it is done. But it is not so simple. Why it is not simple? Because যে direction a picker হাঁটতেছে in the warehouse, that also consumes some time. So we are trying to study those movement of the pickers. We are trying to understand which products move fast in the system. Like almost every single order will have like a packet of sugar, for example. So we need to keep that sugar very close to very handy, so we can pick it up and put it in the basket. So these kind of practices we continuously do to speed up the process. Etar pore jeta hoy je it goes to the QC central, the basket goes to QC. Quality control howar pore we send it to the dispatch area. Once it is in the dispatch, after confirming everything, we put it in the car and then you get the shipment. So this is the order flow. Now, Chaldal also works with this by keeping the sustainable development goals in mind. We are also a company where we have investors like IFC, IDLC, and a lot of foreign investors. So for them, sustainable development goals are very important, and everyone who wants to be an entrepreneur right now should have this in mind, because now we are talking about a global market. এখন কিন্তু আমরা যে খালি ঢাকা শহরে অপারেট করব বা ঢাকা শহরের সাথেই কানেক্টেড থাকবো এরকম কিন্তু না. What you do in Dhaka is actually transmitting everywhere in the world. Like আমরা যে আজকে এই প্রোগ্রামটা করতেছি, probably when like this will be recorded, when some people maybe someone will share it with their friends or family abroad, and then our ideas will also get transmitted over there. So আমরা যেসব idea গুলোতে mainly focus দিই, those are basically zero hunger. Like we don't want, obviously since we are in the food business, we don't want that hunger exists, whether it is for our customer or whether it is for the entire nation. This is like our first priority. Then where we focus is a decent work growth, economic growth. Like we want to get ideas from new entrepreneurs. We want to involve new entrepreneurs. We want to discuss with new business models, new ideas to understand what we can, how we can either help them or how we can involve them in our business to help each other grow. Then also we are looking at gender equality. We want to have proper systems in place so that everyone feels safe to work inside Chaldal. Then we also focus on the infrastructure very strongly. So that's number 9, the industry innovation and infrastructure. So if any new entrepreneur wants to come in and help us with the infrastructure, like you see behind me is one of our mothership warehouses. All the shelves are made up of a wood, which may not look very nice. Now, if there is an entrepreneur who wants to come in and develop this warehouse, we want to understand what infrastructural development those people can bring in, so this looks more modern, is more cost effective, more long lasting, etc. And then we want to also look forward to a sustainable situation and grow to different cities for giving our services out there. Now you see, like when we talk about Chaldal is just not about one business. Now Chaldal is getting into different aspects, especially during this pandemic. When we started delivering grocery, there were people who needed cooked food. People needed us to deliver their e-commerce items to customers. we are building a logistic system called Chalao, which will be like Pathao, where freelancers, students can also get involved with Chaldal to do picking for Chaldal, also can get involved in making few deliveries for Chaldal. And then comes the vegetable network, where we basically work with the back-end supply chain of vegetable. There is a huge gap where a lot of entrepreneurs can give their input and build the back-end grocery system of the country. Like you see, like when we talk about grocery, the first thing that comes in your head is like, okay, it is coming from the village. Now, these village people are growing these vegetables, fruits, but they do not have like a proper software. They do not have a proper understanding about how they will get connected to Chaldal. They do not have understanding about supply chain. They do not have the understanding about the scalability of problems. So those kind of things can always be fixed by new entrepreneurs who have the time to, and they have the time to invest in the back end of Chaldal's operations. So this it gives you a picture of the structure, like how Chaldal plans to grow in the community, like how we can, what are the key factors that we look at to make Chaldal bigger. Like obviously we need more orders. We want to have better customer engagement. We want efficiency in the way we move inside the warehouses or across the city. We want to have faster delivery, because as Sir mentioned that he gets our delivery, I'm sure he would love to get our delivery in 20 minutes. But right now, now the roads are free because of the lockdown. But in the usual times, there is a lot of traffic. The roads have water blockade, etc. So those things always need to be fixed, and someone has to fix it. Probably somebody from you will come and give an idea to fix those. And then we have to work on the supply chain to get better products so we can offer better customer service, better value to customer for the vegetables and fruits and FMCG, whatever items we want to sell. So we also want to help the new entrepreneurs who come into the system to build e-commerce companies by sharing our warehouses to them as well. So we want to have open fulfillment centers where they can keep their products and use our logistic mechanism, use our technology to grow their own businesses. So these are the key factors by which we want to give better customer value. Obviously, lower prices. We want to give first-class service, like give within 15 minutes, like pizza is getting delivered in 20 minutes. We want to challenge that, being a Bangladeshi company, and want to offer 15 minutes delivery. We are working on that system. That is where I already mentioned in the previous slide that we are making Chalao, something like Pathao. So it's an open model. So we can get more people to get involved in the delivery mechanism. And we want to add all the products that someone can need to buy from the market. And we're getting requests every day. Why don't you sell this? Okay, now there is our Korbani is coming. So everyone wants us to sell cow, but we are not selling. Now a lot of people are confused that why we are not selling livestock. The reason is that we are not equipped. We don't have the technology to deal with livestock as yet. So there are a lot of opportunities that new entrepreneurs can come and get involved in Chaldal to make it more robust, more futuristic. And obviously, we are also here to share our knowledge with the new entrepreneurs to build their startups if they feel they want to discuss that with us. And I tell you, I go to a lot of talk shows where people come and ask me that, can we share our idea? Will you steal the idea? See, we don't want to steal anybody's idea. Nobody can steal anybody's idea. If any idea is if somebody can steal your idea, that means something is wrong with your idea. It's not strong enough to allow you to grow in the market. So there has to be some kind of newness in whatever you try to do. So you see, like what Chaldal is trying to do with Vegetable Network, you can understand from the slide. It is pretty detailed slide. I will share it with Sir after the program is over. So if anyone need any help, they can again revise or go through it. You see, first of all, you need the demand aggregation. So we are getting the demand. Yes, we are creating orders, we are promoting, we are trying to build a good company, we are getting orders. So that is taken care of. Though I would tell you that we are not yet so successful, or we are not like world-class. We are trying to be a world-class company. So unless we are that, we don't consider us, or Chaldal does not consider itself to be successful. So you see, like in phase one, we have the demand aggregation where we have somewhat cracked it. Now comes the supply aggregation. So in the supply aggregation, you see a lot of suppliers don't still understand the e-commerce platform. They still prefer that, okay, I will go and have like a classic shop, or I will take a van and sell from that, etc. And in phase three, we want to have like a proper connection with the suppliers, especially our farmers, that where we will give them some training, and they will also have like proper application and software to tell Chaldal that how much they have produced on a day-to-day basis, so we can control the supply chain better. And then the micro warehousing model, where every warehouse in Chaldal, we have 21 warehouses. These warehouses are around 5,000 square feet each. We have 2 warehouses now. One is the mothership warehouse, which is in Rampura, which is around 10,000 square feet. And we are taking 1 warehouse in Savar, which is around 65,000 square feet. Those warehouses basically stock the items from the from different factories and companies and different farmers, and then from the central warehouse we distribute it to the smaller warehouses around the city, so that we can deliver the product to the customers within 1 hour. And as we make more warehouses, we also eventually want to share the warehousing space with other entrepreneurs who might need warehousing facility, etc. Okay, so let me move forward to introduce you to our management and product team. So the first person that you see, Wasim, he is our CEO, and he's also the founder of Chaldal. And the rest of them, I'm not going through all the names because you can take a look later. So we have all these people working 24 hours to make Chaldal happen, because we don't know when some problem will come. 24 hours Chaldal operates, because at night we do stacking, and in the daytime we are busy picking and delivering. So that's the basic model. And so this is the team slide, the operational team. Like we operate right now, obviously in Dhaka, we operate in Joshore, we are operating in Chittagong. We have our operations for the Rohingya camps in Cox's Bazar, and also we run our call center from Joshore. Every single call that you make to Chaldal basically gets answered from Joshore. And we have around 500 people working in Joshore, and in rest of the country, altogether we have another 2,000 people working every day to make Chaldal smoother. And then this is our global tech team. So we have engineers from almost all around the world right now. And Tejas Vishwanath is our third founder and CTO. him being the CTO, he develops and takes care of the entire tech team. So every app, every software, every logic that works in Chaldal, like I can give you an example. During pandemic, on the first few days in March 2020, we had a capacity of 3,000 with a buffer space of 500. And why we have a buffer space, a lot of you might be thinking, we have a buffer space, we had a buffer space of 500 to accommodate order hikes during Eid or festivals or any other natural disaster, etc. But during March 2020, when the lockdown was announced, on day one, we received 16,000 orders and we collapsed. First of all, we thought it's a tech problem. How can we get 16,000 orders? Like, it was very tough to even get 2,000 orders. We would have to do a lot of marketing to get 2,500, 3,000 orders. Festivals are different. Suddenly we see that our system is showing 16,000 orders and all our pickers, all our shelves are getting empty. So then when we investigated, we really found out that these were real orders and it is the effect of lockdown. So that time we had to involve our tech team to literally understand and study all the orders that were coming to Chaldal. What I mean by we were studying all the orders, there were many orders that had products which are not essential. So say, for example, we had to deliver baby food products first. We had to deliver adult diapers as a priority. So we had to filter out all these orders and clear urgent orders, important orders first. So that time some customers also got like bad service. We're sorry about that, but there was no choice. We had to fix it within like a month. And this is the tech team that worked day and night behind the scene to fix those small problems, to fix those small logics within the system so we can give the service smoothly. And now a lot of you will also think that, oh, you just have like 10 tech engineers and you build Chaldal. It is this is like the top of the team. Right now we have more 20 people who work in Chaldal, especially they got hired during this lockdown and last year. And let me tell you one thing, all these people that you see in the picture are an entrepreneur by themselves. Whatever they're doing on day-to-day basis, they say that they're working for Chaldal, but they all come with great experience from big companies, and also they have their own startups and own engineering places to work. And you can see which universities they have come from. They have come from all world-renowned universities. And Tejas is a person who's very choosy about which people will work in the tech of Chaldal. And so that is all about explaining Chaldal.com in a small, in like 5 minutes. So now I'll tell you about how Chaldal started and where it is today. When we started Chaldal in 2013, everyone was laughing at me and Wasim and Tejas, saying that তোমরা এরকম ইউনিভার্সিটিতে পড়াশোনা করে এসে তোমরা এখন একটা মুদির দোকান খুলবা. And then we were like, every business is prestigious, let us try. So we started trying with a room. In that room, we used to take photographs of different products. We went to a few big companies like Unilever, Reckitt Benckiser. They did not give us any importance. So they were asking us like, why you need photos? Will you steal? Will you make copy of this product, etc.? All these kind of things. Then we decided that, okay, fine, we are not going to get any support from any multinational company. They don't understand our idea. So we rather go to a shop, buy products, bring them to our office or that room and put it on the table, take photo, post it on Chaldal's website. And Tejas gave us a small website that time. He was working somewhere else and he was like, I'm in USA and I cannot leave this job and give full time here. So he made us a small website. We used to upload things, put prices. And this is how Chaldal slowly started working. Now, what was at the back of our head was we wanted to build a company that will be one of its kind and that will work with all the government rules and regulations in place so that we do not get questioned or be in further problem for making what we are making. Like say, for example, now, last year, there was a notice where most e-commerce companies were told that you need to have BSTI if you want to sell your products. Chaldal from day one looked for BSTI certified products. If there was no BSTI, we did not sell those products. So that is how we thought of as an entrepreneur. We decided that, okay, we are not getting people to do our delivery. So should we wait for Sundarban? Should we wait for some companies to come and help us? Or should we like just buy a cycle and buy a car and start delivering ourselves? And that is how we, being an entrepreneur, we started doing that. Then came the problem of how do we calculate the money and the money flow in the company. Then we chose one of our friends to come and join us. So this is how we have been growing from day one. Right now, we have, I already mentioned that we were operating only in Dhaka. Then we were operating first only in Bonani, Gulshan and Dhanmondi. And we would deliver not on the same day even. We would deliver, like we would get order today, deliver next day. And that is how Chaldal used to operate. I'm sure a lot of you cannot relate with that idea. And then we started seeing that returns were coming because we gave the 7 days return policy and a lot of products were coming back. And the room where we used to operate, the room was getting filled up with a lot of products. So we started thinking that how to do this product management at the back end. How will we manage this warehouse? So we started making a software for that we use internally as our picking app. Next came the area. When we started operating in entire city, because people started complaining that are we not human beings? Why don't you deliver in Mirpur? Why don't you deliver in Uttara? So we started operating from multiple warehouses. And from multiple warehouses, we needed to understand how to efficiently do the route planning for this entire delivery. So we went to a company called Mappa, MAPPA. You will see in Gulshan 2 market, not in Gulshan 2 market, in sometime in the Gulshan or Khilkhet, you will get some maps printed for Dhaka city. Now, one boy wanted to come and sell it to me in the car. And I was like, okay, fine. If I get a map of the entire city, it makes it much easier for us to deliver. When I showed that simple map to the tech team, they thought that, okay, fine. Why don't we align this map with Google map of Dhaka city? You will see that if you go to Google map of Dhaka city, you will not see house number, road number. But in 2015, we got a map from the road and we aligned it technologically at our backend. So we knew what is the easiest route planning for us to do that delivery. Now, why am I telling you all these ideas? Because I know that a lot of you will become entrepreneurs in the near future, or maybe many of you are entrepreneurs, so that you also see the vision of what a small thing, a paper like 100 taka map, how it changed into a technological system where we aligned it with Google Map to understand the coordinate, latitude and longitude of those addresses, and use that to make our delivery more efficient. Now, how does it make our delivery efficient? Is do think, like a lot of you might be thinking, okay, a delivery becomes very efficient if they go to like house number 1, then they go to house number 2, they can see the map and read it. No. Say, for example, like the orders that are coming from a single road. If I can tell my delivery person that you see these orders come from close by area, and these, like say Uttara sector 4 have 10 orders and Uttara sector 12 have 10 orders. So if I can send 2 different people in 2 different areas with the common orders, they can deliver it faster. Previously, what they used to do when we did not have the mapping system, they would go by serial. First, they would go to maybe give 3 orders in sector 4, then they would drive all the way to sector 12, then again give 3-4 orders in sector 12, then come back to sector 4 again. So we would have this kind of mismatch. So we tried to solve those from that mapping system. And then after the mapping system, after everything was okay, we started thinking about what problems, how do we sync 3 warehouses together or 10 warehouses together. Say there is a problem in one warehouse, like there is a, God forbid, there is a fire or there is some kind of problem. If we shut that warehouse down, how will customers get service of that area? How do we transfer those orders to a different warehouse close by? So we started working on these systems. After we established all these systems in place, we decided to deliver in 1 hour, and it worked. We are still delivering about 70% orders in 1 hour. We have a backlog of 30%, which we still cannot deliver in 1 hour, but we say because of these outskirts, like there are some houses which are, say, for example, 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers away from the warehouse. So to go to that last house, it takes more time. But we are trying to control those so that we can bring it in a more efficient way in like 15 minutes. And eventually we started going to different cities. And during this pandemic, obviously we were a company of attention. We were in focus. So a lot of people gave us ideas. A lot of people came forward to give us their houses as to make warehouse. There were many areas where initially they told us you cannot make a warehouse here. Now they are welcoming us that please come and make a warehouse here, because now we want to get digitized. We want new entrepreneurs to come up with new ideas because this is helping us during pandemic. So that is how Chaldal started, and that is where we are going. Now, let me show you some futuristic ideas that Chaldal is working on and where new entrepreneurs can get involved. We want to deliver with drone. Still now, there is no company, no startup which wants to effectively work with us to make this delivery mechanism happen. Now, you might be thinking that then why Chaldal is not working to make it happen? Chaldal is not working to make it happen. What should I do? I should make the backend supply chain work first, or the drone delivery happen with license and everything. I'm not getting enough time to work on the license and all that. So I want new entrepreneurs to come in and work on it. And we want to give them the space. We are working on modern shelving method. We want to put like a weight sensitive shelf so we can understand how many pieces of each item is there in our shelf. For example, I can actually close the screen sharing. Okay, sorry, I just got disconnected. Now, why we want to have weight sensitive shelf? Because we cannot track how many items are there in the shelf. Now, Chaldal has like a way to test with the back end of our software how many, say for example, how many kg of rice are there in the shelf. We want to know directly from the computer. So if there are some companies who can work on this kind of AI, if they can work on mechanical engineering, if there are entrepreneurs who want to understand these kind of experiments, they can obviously come and discuss with us, and we can allow them to work with us to make the system of Chaldal more modern, more robust. Be in a digital forum. This is our ultimate dream, and we want money. It's not that like, you know, we have to achieve it. If it even gets achieved through the new entrepreneurs that come forward is still good. Because whenever we go to any talk show, wherever we go, like any kind of webinar, wherever, you will see that we are always having to give example of Apple or Amazon or Alibaba or this kind of companies. We want that one company from Bangladesh bring this example now, because we have been able to show to the world that digitally we have achieved quite a lot. Say, for example, in Bangladesh, the pandemic is low. The rates of infection is comparatively low compared to many other countries in the world. How did we achieve that? We achieved that because we have technology in the country, which we did not admire for all this time. We were always like, okay, Amazon is making like a robotic warehouse. We are like, oh, Alibaba made a shop in China where you can just walk in and make things happen. We already have those technology in the country. Now it is time to bring them forward to make them bigger. So, so I would like to stop my speech here, and I would like to get some questions from all of you, so I can enlighten you better in the way you want to hear from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Our students are actually very, very enthusiastic to become a entrepreneur. And some of them gave me some questions. So if you permit, I'll give you some question on behalf of them.
Sure, madam.
Okay.
Please.
So one of our students asked me a question: to be an entrepreneur in e-commerce sector, which type of prerequisite or precaution should be taken at first?
Okay. So first of all, you see, like there is a practice in Bangladesh where before we have a proper idea, we are more inclined towards documentation. যে ট্রেড লাইসেন্স কিভাবে বানাবো, পার্টনারশিপ কার সাথে করবো, সে কি আমার শেয়ার নিয়ে চলে যাবে কিনা, আমার যে প্রোডাক্টটা সেল করবো সেখানে আমাকে ঠকাই দিবে কিনা, দিস কাইন্ড অফ থিং ফর try to understand that Bangladesh is no longer like what it was 20 years back. Now we all want to do things properly. I hope at least that most of us want to do things honestly and develop the country. Like আমরা তো এখন যে রাস্তায় বলতে চাই না যে রাস্তার মধ্যে কেন ভাঙা, কেন পানি আছে, আমরা সবাই কিন্তু কমপ্লেন করি। আমরা কিন্তু এই কমপ্লেনটা চাই না যে আমাদের থেকে যারা 20 ইয়ার্স পরে এসে বলুক যে কেন চাল ডালে ডেলিভারি পাচ্ছি না, 20 বছর ধরে এখন আমরা কল সেন্টারে বসে আছি, কল যাচ্ছে না। So let us first understand what is the main problem and address that. এটা যখন আপনারা একটু গ্রো করবেন, like you understand yourself first for 6 months, you operate, see like what your family and friends are telling you about this business. If they think that this business is good for you, you are being at least motivated by your surrounding people, you are getting customers, they are ordering to you. Like say, I have seen some people want to sell pickle online. Now when I tried it, it is good. Then I'm like, bhai আপনার এই আচারটা তো খুব ভালো, আপনি এটা চাল ডালে সেল করলেই তো পারেন। তখন কিন্তু তার একটা বিজনেস অপরচুনিটি বেড়ে গেল, সে হি ইজ লাইক কমপ্লিটলি ইন আ ডিফারেন্ট ওয়ার্ল্ড অফ ইমাজিনেশন। So when your business comes to a little bit of scalability, a little bit you understand yourself that you want to do this business to take it forward, then get into the documentation. Now what documentation you need to because I'm in the association, e-commerce association, and I work very closely with the commerce ministry, we are trying to decide that new entrepreneurs who are students who want to even like non-students who want to come online and do a business in the online space, like say Facebook page, we are trying to encourage the government to allow them to open a business entity just with their NID, like national ID. They don't need to make a trade license. When their business is making a revenue of more than say 50 lakhs a year, that time they need to make their TIN certificate. So these kind of things we are trying to bring for the new entrepreneurs who want to come into business. At the same time, we are negotiating with many banks. Like now banks want to recognize these businesses as intellectual intellectual property businesses, previously they did not value it. They could not see. They were like, this is an imaginary product. If you are singing, we cannot give you a loan. If you are making an e-commerce company, we cannot give you a loan. But trust me, till now, Chaldal could not get a loan from any bank. Right now, some banks are coming forward to give us loans because now the government has passed that you can get up to 50 lakh loan without any collateral. You don't need to give your land. You don't need to give your house, because the new entrepreneurs don't have a house, don't have a land. Where will they give it from? Why will their fathers give it to them? So at that token, like now things are much easier. You don't need to make your own delivery system. You can go to Pathao, you can come to Gogo Bangla, etc., and get your items delivered. So you focus first on your business strongly, and then come forward and try to understand what licenses you need, what are the government practices you understand, and then move forward. So this is all I will tell you for now.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
of course, one more thing, whoever you choose as your partner, make sure that partner is also thinking and seeing your dream. If your partner is seeing something else and you are seeing something else, but you both want to link with each other just for the sake of making money, then please don't get involved. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, another student gave a question. Being techno entrepreneur, do we need the excessive control on business?
Well, I did not understand how did you want to put this word control? Like, did you mean that you want to control your employees, or did you want to say that you want to control the customer behavior? Like, what did you actually try to mean? I'm a little bit confused, but whatever it is, see, like you need to have control and discipline in no matter what you do. So first of all, like say, for example, we are all here. Now, if Zoom made a system that anybody can come into here and be in our meeting, this would be like a market. So they have given some kind of limits that, okay, 100, 200, 500 people maximum. But then, you know, there are systems to mute everybody, to stop everybody's camera, etc. So you see, like the control is a very important thing. And control, technologically, you can control a lot of things in a more simplified way. So since you are since we are techno entrepreneurs, or you want to be a techno entrepreneur, your controlling power will be just in a click of a button. Like right now, I can just click a button and stop Chaldal. Like tomorrow morning, nobody will get any order, nothing. Like all my people are there, everybody is there, but nobody knows why none of the orders came. But I should be also sensible about how I'm doing it. Like if I stop all the orders, tomorrow a lot of houses will not have rice. So the controlling situation, you have to be very strategic. And also it is not important to control some things which will make you invest more money. Like, let me give you an example. Sometimes I tell my friend that, you know, like we need to increase the security of our warehouse. So then his reply is that, you see, like we have around, if we invest on security, like say, for example, we put in a lot of guards here and a lot of people to take care of our product, we will be spending money on their salary on a monthly basis. And how many products did we lose in like last, say 1 month? Maybe like, you know, 20,000 taka product. To save 20,000 taka, now you want to invest like 4 lakh taka on a monthly basis. It does not make sense. So you also keep that in mind, how you are investing your time, money, knowledge, and you're trying to focus in what area. Is it giving you more benefit than controlling it or not? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'll take the last question. There is lots of questions actually.
You can take more questions if you have time. I have time.
Sir, another question is, what type of challenges I will face when I want to introduce myself as an entrepreneur?
Okay, so it's a very tricky question. Like when I first went to Rekit Benkaiser's office, Unilever's office, nobody trusted Chaldal. Everyone used to laugh at me. You know, I would also feel shy to go around telling my friends that, you know, I founded a company called Chaldal.com or Chaldal Limited. And the discussion that we founders had in the back end was, can we like put Chaldal as a subsidiary of something else, like some Techno Limited or something like that? Because, you know, like we can at least go to people and say we are, you know, technocrats or something like that, that we are building technology, engineering. But you see that the problem that you will face as an entrepreneur is that you are solving a new problem. So nobody knows you, nobody will give you value. Like suddenly they will not come up and want to talk to you. So you will always find difficulty till you are established. But when you are established, then you don't need them as well. So it is also a matter of balance, how you want to present yourself as an entrepreneur. Like it is not true that be recognized in your gesture, posture, how you move. Okay, you go and tell that, yes, I'm like owner of, I don't know, some company. So what? Because in today's generation, I've seen a lot of people coming up and just asking you, so what? So you have to understand what work you are doing. You should be recognized for your work. That is all I'll suggest.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, this is actually the last question for today's session. One of our graduate level student has asked, Chaldal.com is a web-based platform. What is the marketing strategy if not a large number of people are using internet?
Okay, so you see, the problem that we were trying to solve from day one is to make our parents, I mean, my father and mother, come and shop in Chaldal. And my mother has no interest on computer and technology. She wants to use a phone to place an order, or she wants to send somebody to the shop to bring something. So that is the problem we were trying to solve. So we built a call center. Now, if your business is dependent on an offline medium, then your marketing strategy has to be of one category. But if your customers are on a digital platform, then obviously you need the digitalization of things. You need to market in Facebook, Google, Amazon, sorry, not Amazon, Facebook, Google, and all the YouTube, and all these digital platforms. Now, let me give you an example. When Chaldal started his journey, we would get leaflet inside the newspapers. And many of you may not know that to get this leaflets distributed inside the newspaper, you have to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning. You have to go to the news distribution hub, go to them, negotiate a price, then this quickly put your leaflet in every single newspaper. And then it gets distributed all across the area or wherever you want it to be distributed. Now, I would also give you a background why we did not put an ad in the newspaper, because the newspaper would go all throughout the country. Now, our operation was only in Dhaka, so there would be a spillage of marketing. A lot of people still ask us that, okay, you are making an ad, why don't you put it on TV? If I put it on TV, like say I put an ad on Channel I or ETV or even BTV, people across the country, across the globe will see Chaldal. But when they will go to Chaldal, they cannot place an order. So what is the use of showing to those customers that Chaldal exists? So that you have to keep it in your mind. Now, the example I was trying to give you is that we made leaflets and we sent it out and gave a 100 taka coupon with that leaflet that you place an order. And when that leaflet is handed over to our delivery executive, you will get 100 taka discount. You don't need to pay 100 taka. That is like 100 taka. And we were very scared that, okay, if we get like 1 lakh leaflets back in office, then we have to shut down the business and pay people. But that did not happen. And we were surprised. Do you want to hear how many people really returned their leaflets? With the validity was for 6 months. And in 6 months, we got back 20 leaflets. So we were really surprised that why people did not order. And the reason people did not order was that we are a digital company marketing in the offline world. So they could not relate. But we have seen significant success when we did that same marketing digitally. So I think I could answer a bit of your question.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you very much. I think students learn a lot of things from you to become an entrepreneur in e-commerce sector. Now, may I request our session chair, Professor Dr. Nazrul Islam, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean of Faculty of Business, Northern University, Bangladesh, for his closing remarks. Over to you, Professor.
Thank you very
Dr.
much. আমি শুরুতেই স্যার আমি কথা বলতেছি স্যার আমি এখন কথা বলতেছি স্যার আমি একটু পরে ফোন দিয়েছি আমি শুরুতেই জিয়া সাহেব আপনাকে একটা প্রশ্ন দিয়ে আমি শুরু করতে চাই আমরা জানি যে বাংলাদেশে যে আমাদের একজন ছাত্র যে কোশ্চেনটা আপনাকে করলেন যে যাদের ইন্টারনেট ব্যবস্থা নাই টেকনোলজিতে অ্যাক্সেস নাই তাদের কাছে আপনারা কিভাবে রিচ করছেন বা তাদের রিচের ব্যাপারে আপনাদের কি প্ল্যান আছে আমি এর সাথে একটা ফলো আপ কোশ্চেন হিসেবে আমি কোশ্চেন করতে চাই যে যারা যেসব মানে কাস্টমারের ইন্টারনেট আছে বাট দে আর নট উইলিং টু give order by using their internet because they are some kind of they're afraid of giving the order through internet এই কাস্টমারদের জন্য আমরা জানি যে আপনারা বাংলাদেশে এই অনলাইন এই বিজনেস আপনারাই পাইওনিয়ার বলতে হবে শুরু করেছেন তো এই কাস্টমারদের জন্য আপনারা কি করছেন মানে অনেক কাস্টমার আছে যারা দেখি বলে না এমনি অর্ডার দিয়ে এমনি বাজার থেকে কিনে নিয়ে আসবো আমার দরকার নাই আবার যদি টাকা চলে যায় অথবা যেটা চাইবো ওইটা পাবো কিনা এক্স্যাক্টলি মানে কোয়ালিটি ইস্যু নিয়ে তারা চিন্তিত তারা টাকা চলে যেতে পারে এটা নিয়ে চিন্তিত আবার কারো কার্ড ব্যাংকের সাথেও অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্টের ব্যাপারও থাকতে পারে তো সবকিছু মিলে এই ব্যাপারে আপনারা কিভাবে চিন্তা করছেন এই কাস্টমারদের হেল্প করার জন্য
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার আমি প্রথমে আপনাকে বলতে চাই যে চালডাল.com ইন ইটস এন্টায়ার লাইফ টাইম 3 টাইপ অফ কাস্টমার্সকে আইডেন্টিফাই করতে পারছে প্রপারলি যারা যেরকম টাইপেরই মার্কেটিং করেন যাই করেন they will never come and shop from Chaldal. So if you give me like 2 minutes I can tell you. So first type of customer is the customers who get social relationship, social friendship with the shopkeeper. লাইক দেখবেন যে আমাদের দেশে অনেকে আছে যে আপনি ওই পার্টিকুলার একটা দোকানে যান কারণ সেই দোকানদার গেলে হয়তো ভাই একটু বসেন আমার ছেলে ইউনিভার্সিটিতে পড়া শুরু করছে এই টাইপের সোশ্যাল যে গ্যাদারিংটা হয় একটু চা খাচ্ছে এই জিনিসটা কখনো একটা ডিজিটাল মার্কেট করতে পারবে না সো দিস ইজ ওয়ান কাইন্ড অফ কাস্টমার হুড অলওয়েজ গো ব্যাক টু হিজ প্রেফার্ড ফিজিক্যাল স্টোর দ্য সেকেন্ড টাইপ অফ কাস্টমার্স আর দ্য কাস্টমার্স হু হ্যাভ আ লট অফ টাইম লাইক ফর এক্সাম্পল পিপল আপনি দেখবেন যে আপনাদেরও ইউনিভার্সিটিতে আমি শিওর যে অনেক স্টুডেন্ট আসবে যাদের প্যারেন্টসটা দূরে থাকে জন্য স্টুডেন্টের সাথে আসে এন্ড স্টুডেন্টদের জন্য মানে প্যারেন্টসদের জন্য একটা ওয়েটিং রুমও বানাইতে হয় ইউনিভার্সিটিতে বাংলাদেশের যেসব ইউনিভার্সিটি I am a student of North South. I have seen in North South that there was a parents waiting room. Yes. For even adult students we saw some parents waiting. So এই যে প্যারেন্টসরা আসতেছে তাদের তো এই 4-5 ঘন্টা কিছু করার নাই তারা কিন্তু প্রেফার করে যে আমি একটু স্বপ্ন যেয়ে দেখি কি আছে এখানে কি প্রাইস একটু কম ওখানে একটু অফার এইটা দিস কাইন্ড অফ কাস্টমার্স আর লেস লাইকলি টু কাম টু আস and the third kind of customers the people who find bargaining like a game যে আমরা 500 টাকা 1000 টাকার মাছ আমি আজকে 800 টাকা আনতে পারছি কিন্তু at different times of the day pricing এ কিন্তু ডিফারেন্স থাকে এটা কিন্তু ওনারা they don't take it into their account but these are some customers whom we cannot entertain easily but who are in the digital platform who have confusion about আমি কি টাকা দিলে টাকা মানে ফ্রড হবে কিনা আমি ক্রেডিট কার্ড ডিটেইলস দিলে ক্রেডিট কার্ড কপি হয়ে যাবে কিনা এই টাইপের যে কোশ্চেন গুলো আছে সেই জিনিসগুলো অবভিয়াসলি একটা টাইমে বাংলাদেশে যে এটিএম মেশিনে আপনার টাকা ডিপোজিট করতে অনেকে ভয় পাইতো এখন কিন্তু আর ভয় পায় না because the banks could gain enough trust due to their popularization around the people like আগে অনেকে বিকাশে টাকা পাঠাইতে ভয় পাইতো যে আমি বিকাশে টাকা দিলে টাকা দেখতে পারতেছি না but those ideas are changing when mass people are using their services. So now I think that companies who are starting new, obviously তাদের যদি এরকম থাকে যে যেখানে তাদের ট্রাস্টের জায়গাটা কোথায়, okay, say for example a student of NUB is starting a business. So if the professors of Northern University certify him as a proper business, অনেক ট্রাস্ট তার বিজনেসের জন্য গেইন হবে। কিন্তু যদি একটা লেম্যান আসে, সে তার কম্পেয়ারে কিন্তু তাকে অনেকে ট্রাস্ট করবে না। So he has to understand that he is being certified by whom. Okay, একটা লোকের ট্রেড লাইসেন্স আছে, সবকিছু আছে, সে ব্যাংকে বিজনেস করতেছে, তার রেপুটেশন ইজ গুড, obviously people will go to him. And somebody who is lacking those has to either give extraordinary service or come with a service that does not exist, so he or she can be promoted by the general public as a good entrepreneur. So sir, এটাই বলতে পারতেছি আর কি এই মুহূর্তে। I'm sure you will be able to enlighten.
Thank you very much for the explanation. আমাদের আরো অনেক কোশ্চেন আছে, অনেকের অনেক কোশ্চেন আছে।
আমি আরেকটু বলি that আমি in the chat box I have given my phone number. যদি কারো কোনো কোশ্চেন থাকে, they can also WhatsApp me or ask me anything. I will try to answer those. But you mentioned that you are from Northern University and you met me here.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zia Ashab. It was really a great evening. What our Vice Chancellor mentioned, that it was a great evening. We heard from the mouth of the entrepreneur of chaldal.com Bangladesh. কারণ আমরা চালডালের সাথে অনেকেই জড়িত আছি, রেগুলার কেনাকাটা করে যাচ্ছি, কিন্তু চালডালের যে ম্যানেজমেন্ট, এন্টারপ্রেনার, তারা কিভাবে কথা বলে, তারা কিভাবে চিন্তা করে, তারা কিভাবে সার্ভিস দেয়, এই কথাগুলি আসলে তাদের মুখ থেকে আমরা কখনো শুনতে পাই নাই। আজকে সন্ধ্যায় সেই সৌভাগ্য হলো, আপনার মুখ থেকে আমরা অনেক কথা শুনলাম, অনেক চ্যালেঞ্জিং অনেক ইস্যু শুনলাম। আমি এই জন্য আপনাকে ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি। আপনার কাছ থেকে যে কথাগুলি শুনলাম, সেখানে আমি দু একটা জিনিস একটু সাম আপ করতে চাই আমাদের ছাত্রদের জন্য। জিয়া সাহেব যে কথাটা দিয়ে শুরু করেছিলেন যে we have 40 billion USD per year grocery market, 2 billion e-commerce market, 250 billion superstore grocery market, and 100 billion online grocery market. তাহলে এই স্ট্যাটিস্টিক্স এর দ্বারা বোঝা যায় যে আসলে এই অনলাইন বিজনেস এর একটা বিরাট প্রসপেক্ট আছে। এটার দ্বারা বোঝা যাচ্ছে যে এত বড় বিজনেস আছে, এবং যে ক্রাইসিস এখন পৃথিবীতে চলে আসছে, সেই ক্রাইসিসের ফলে এটা আরো ডিমান্ড বেড়েছে। যেটা আপনি বলেছেন যে 16,000 অর্ডার আপনারা পেয়েছেন, আপনারা অবাক হয়ে গেছেন যে 16,000 অর্ডার আমরা কিভাবে প্রসেস করবো। আপনারা তো 5,000 বেশি প্রসেস করতে পারেন না, আমি জানি। How is it possible? Then you engaged your techno team and other mechanisms, and then you tried to serve 16,000 না হলো, you tried to serve first come first serve basis or emergency or what should I say priority basis আপনারা সার্ভ করেছেন, সম্ভব এটা আপনারা করেছেন। এবং বাংলাদেশে যেটা আপনারা বলেন যে 2013 সন থেকে চালডাল বাংলাদেশে বিজনেস করছে, শুরুতে সব এটা নিয়ে হাসতো। You are a student of North South University. I also was a teacher of North South University. তো নর্থ সাউথ ইউনিভার্সিটি পরে গিয়ে মুদি দোকান দেবে, এটা তো হয় না। এটা আমাদের সমাজের যে কালচার, যেটা যে মানুষ এই কালচারটা মানে কালচার ইজ মোর ডমিনেন্ট দেন এনি আদার থিং। প্রেস্টিজের ব্যাপার যে চালডাল, যেমন বাংলাদেশে আমি যদি বলি যে হেয়ার কাট সেলুন, আমি একবার একটা রিসার্চ করেছিলাম, হেয়ার কাট সেলুন বাংলাদেশ প্রায় 4 লাখ লোক কাজ করে, এখানে 4 লক্ষ লোক কাজ করে। এটা হিউজ ইন্ডাস্ট্রি, হেয়ার কাট ইন্ডাস্ট্রি, কিন্তু এগুলোর কোনো ডেভেলপমেন্ট নাই। সেই নরসুন্দর 10 টাকার সেই হেয়ার কাট এখনো গ্রামে আছে। তার অর্থ হচ্ছে যে এইখানে এন্টারপ্রেনাররা আসছে না বিকজ অফ দিস কালচার, মানে নেগেটিভ কালচার, যে নাপিত, এই যে চুল কাটে, এই যে ব্যবসা, অথবা এই যে ট্যানারি বিজনেস, এরকম আর কি। তো যদিও এই সময়টা এখন নাই, এখান থেকে আমরা বেরোয় আসছি। পৃথিবী অনেক অ্যাডভান্স, অনেক গ্লোবাল, আমরাও এখন গ্লোবালাইজ, সব গ্লোবালি আমরা এখন আছি। সো একটা সময় হয়তো এরকম ছিল 13 সনে, আপনি হয়তো আপনারা এই চ্যালেঞ্জ ফেস করেছেন, বাট হয়তো এটা 20 সনে বা 21 সনে শুরু করলে চ্যালেঞ্জ ফেস করতেন না। আমাদের আজকের স্পিকার আরো বলেছেন যে এন্টারপ্রেনার শুড কাম আপ উইথ সামথিং দ্যাট ওয়াজ নট থট বাই আদার্স। এটা আসলে সত্য যে কমন কথা বললে তো মানুষ তো শুনবে না। নিশ্চয় ইউ মাস্ট কাম আপ উইথ সামথিং দ্যাট হ্যাজ নট বিন থট ইভেন টকড অর ডিসকাসড, নিউ ব্র্যান্ড নিউ আইডিয়া, এন্ড দ্যাট ইজ ইউ মেনশন কারেক্টলি যে আইডিয়া চুরি করে নিয়ে যাবে। আইডিয়া যদি আইডিয়ার মতো হয় এটা চুরি করা সম্ভব না। ইফ ইট ইজ রিয়েলি ইনোভেটিভ, if it is really new, nobody thought, then it cannot be stolen, cannot be. It is impossible to steal, করা সম্ভব না। যেমন আমি একটা এক্সাম্পল দেই, হাজি বিরিয়ানির যে টেকনোলজি, এটা কি কেউ স্টিল করতে পারবে? ইট ইজ কোর কম্পিটেন্সি। The person who initiated and developed this business, he has developed a core competency that cannot be transferred. That is built in that person. সে নিজেই জানে যে কিভাবে কোন প্রপোর্শনের মশলা দিলে টেস্ট এরকম হবে, সেটা হয়তো তাকে বললে সে এক্সপ্লেইনও করতে পারবে না। দ্যাট ইজ এ আইডিয়া যদি নতুন আইডিয়া বা নিউ আইডিয়া অথবা ইনোভেটিভ আইডিয়া যেটা কোর কম্পিটেন্সির সাথে সম্পৃক্ত, তাহলে সে আইডিয়া চুরি করা সম্ভব না। সুতরাং নির্ভয়ে নিউ আইডিয়া যদি থাকে সেটা নিয়ে আগে আসতে হবে। তবে নিউ আইডিয়া ইজ নট এনাফ, কারণ নিউ আইডিয়া if you are unable to what should I say, commercialize the idea, that idea cannot be called as a new idea. Commercialize করার জন্য সেই যে ম্যানেজমেন্ট, সেই যে কারেজ, রিস্ক টেকিং ক্যাপাবিলিটি, ক্যালকুলেশন, যে কথাগুলি আপনি দেখিয়েছিলেন বলছিলেন, সেগুলি যদি না থাকে তাহলে ওই আইডিয়া কিন্তু আলোর মুখ দেখবে না, এবং ওই আইডিয়ার প্রতি মানুষ মানে আইডিয়া মানুষ নেবেও না। আর আইডিয়া মানুষ যতক্ষণে না কিনবে, যতক্ষণ না পারচেস করবে, ততক্ষণে আপনার পক্ষে সাকসেসফুল হওয়া সম্ভব না। আপনি আরো বলেছেন যে আসলে একটা বিজনেস এনাফ না। চালটা আপনি যদিও বলছেন যে ইউ আর ভেরি কশাস টু ইনক্রিজ ইউর এক্সপ্যান্ড ইউর বিজনেস, যেমন আপনি বলেছেন যে আমরা যেমন এই গরুর এই যে কেন এই কোরবানির সময় আমরা গরু বিক্রি করছি না, কারণ ইউ কারেক্টলি সেড দ্যাট ইয়েস ইউ ডু নট হ্যাভ দ্যাট টেকনোলজি to sell those livestock in this মানে এই সময় এটা সম্ভব না। সুতরাং যে কোনো কাজ মানে don't go for any business that you do not understand, don't go for any business where you do not have interest. So understanding and interest both are required. শুধু আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং থাকলে যেমনি হবে না, আমি বুঝি কিন্তু I have no interest, it will not work. আবার I have interest but I do not understand, that will also not create the result. এই জন্য আপনি কারেক্টলি বলেছেন যে টেকনো এন্টারপ্রেনার হওয়ার জন্য টেকনোলজিক্যাল নলেজ দরকার আছে, along with other things টেকনোলজি নলেজ দরকার। If someone wants to be the techno entrepreneur, he must have technological knowledge, otherwise he cannot be. আপনি যত বাংলাদেশ যত সফটওয়্যার ডিজাইনিং ফার্ম আছে, আমি একটা রিসার্চ করেছিলাম, দেখেছি 99% সফটওয়্যার ডিজাইনিং ফার্মের যারা সিইও বা এন্টারপ্রেনার সবাই সফটওয়্যার ইঞ্জিনিয়ার। এখানে অন্যরা কিন্তু এন্টারপ্রেনার হতে পারে নাই, কারণ দিস ইজ এ টেকনোলজি বেসড এন্টারপ্রেনারশিপ। হ্যাঁ, এখন বলতে পারেন অনেক সময় টেকনোলজি না থাকলেও টেকনোলজি কিনে আনা যায়, ধার করা যায়, অবশ্যই করা যায়। হয়তো চাল ডালের যারা জিয়া, আমি শিওর ইজ এ বিজনেস গ্রাজুয়েট, সো টেকনোলজির তার নলেজ ছিল না, কিন্তু দে কুড সাকসেসফুল অ্যাডাপ্ট দ্য টেকনোলজি ইন দিস বিজনেস এন্ড দে বিকেম সাকসেসফুল। এরপর আরেকটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট ইস্যু আপনি বলেছেন যে সেটা হলো যে সাপ্লাই চেইন ইজ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। আপনারা যে বিজনেস করছেন এখানে সাপ্লাই চেইন, এবং এই সাপ্লাই চেইনের মধ্যে যারা আছে প্রত্যেকটা জায়গা যথাযথভাবে অ্যাড্রেস করা। যেমন একটা ইন্টারেস্টিং একটা এক্সাম্পল দিয়েছেন, সে আপনার 10টা ওয়্যার হাউস আছে, একটা ওয়্যার হাউসের আগুন লেগে গেল বা কোনো একটা প্রবলেম হলো, তাহলে ওই এলাকার যে অর্ডার গুলো আছে, হাউ টু প্রসেস দোজ অর্ডারস, এই প্রিকশন, এই ব্যবস্থা আগে থেকেই থাকতে হবে। তা না হইলে ওই যে কাস্টমার, তাদেরকে তো আমরা বলতে পারবো না যে আমার ওখানে ওয়্যার হাউস বন্ধ, এই কথা বলা যাবে না, তাকে সার্ভিস দিতে হবে। he is not ready to listen anything except service. So ওই ব্যবস্থা, এই যে মানে প্রিপেয়ার্ডনেস, পূর্বে প্রিপেয়ার থাকা, যে সাপ্লাই চেইনের কোথায় কি হচ্ছে, কোনো সমস্যা আছে কিনা, উইকনেস আছে কিনা, that's a great example and that helps. আপনি আরো একটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট কথা বলছেন যে the people who are connected with you, they are already entrepreneur. They are not the fresh people. Yes, there are people, a big team, huge team, who are working in this chaldal.com, but most of the people who are implementing your idea are the entrepreneurs. They are already successful. They have their own idea, they have their own identity, they have their own businesses, and they are connected now with chaldal.com. So because of the nature of your business, perhaps it was possible. It was possible because of the nature of your business, because that means your business is not only limited with a particular group of people, it is limited with the all kinds of entrepreneur. It also included all kinds of entrepreneurs and all kinds of people who are who have the interest to this chaldal.com. আপনার আরো একটা কথা আপনার আমার এখানে খুব ভালো লেগেছে যে আপনি বলছেন যে লো প্রাইস, ফার্স্ট ক্লাস সার্ভিস এন্ড আনবিটেবল সিলেকশন অফ SKUs। এই যে লো প্রাইস, আমাদের দেশের মানুষের কিন্তু একটা জিনিস আছে যেটা আপনি কারেক্টলি বলেছেন যে বাজারে কেন যায়, একটা কারণ হলো যে বার্গেনিং করে কম দামে আনা যায়, কিন্তু চাল ডালের প্রাইস তো ফিক্স, এটা তো বার্গেনিং করা যায় না। এই যে মানুষ কমে চায়, যেটা লেখা থাকে মনে করে সে কমে আনবে, এই যে একটা সাইকোলজিক্যাল এন্ড কালচারাল যে একটা প্রেসার বা একটা অভ্যাস তার মধ্যে আছে, সেই কারণে মানুষ চায় যে প্রাইসটা যা লেখা আছে তার চেয়ে কম হোক। সো লোয়ার প্রাইস, আমার মনে হয় আপনারা যেটা বলতে চাচ্ছেন বাজারে যে প্রাইস আছে অ্যাটলিস্ট সেই পরিমাণ বা তার চেয়ে কম প্রাইসে আপনারা অফার করছেন, নট মোর দ্যান দ্যাট, সো দ্যাট পিপল উইল বি ডাইভার্টেড from the physical market to online market। আর সার্ভিস তো অবশ্যই ম্যাটার করে, সার্ভিস ম্যাটার করে। আমি জানি না আপনার লেকচারে আমি শুনেছি কিনা জানি না, আমি অন্য একটা ইউনিভার্সিটিতে একজনকে নিয়ে এসেছিলাম আপনার এখানে চাল ডালের, ও একটা কথা বলেছিল যে স্যার কোনো একজন কাস্টমার যদি কমপ্লেইন দেয় যে আমি তো এই জিনিসটা চাই নাই, এইটা আমাকে কেন দেওয়া হইলো, কোনো আর্গুমেন্ট না করে আমরা সাথে সাথে রিপ্লেস করে দেই, এটা বলেছে। এটা একটা স্ট্র্যাটেজি যে কোনো কথা বলা সরি টরি কোনো কিছু না, যেটা না আপনি যেটা বলছেন ওইটা দিয়েছি বা কিছু, নো আর্গুমেন্ট। এবং এই স্ট্র্যাটেজি কেন নিয়েছেন? বিকজ অফ দ্য কালচার। अगेन পাবলিক আর্গুমেন্ট শুনতে চায় না, বলছে খারাপ, আমার পছন্দ না, ওকে আপনার যেটা পছন্দ সেটা দিয়ে যাচ্ছে, শেষ। আমাদের কালচার হয়তো অন্য দেশে হয়তো অন্যরকম থাকবে, আমাদের কালচারের সাথে মিলে। অর্থাৎ এই চালডাল.com যদিও হাইলি টেকনোলজি বেসড বিজনেস, মডার্ন বিজনেস, গ্লোবালাইজড বিজনেস, তারপরও দেখা যাচ্ছে যে কালচারাল যে ইম্প্যাক্ট, কালচারাল যে ব্যারিয়ার, কালচারাল যে ইস্যুজ আছে সেগুলো কিন্তু চালডালকে পলিসি মেকিং লেভেলে অ্যাড্রেস করতে হচ্ছে। আদারওয়াইজ মানে বিজনেস করা, কাস্টমার স্যাটিসফাই করা, ইট ইজ ভেরি ডিফিকাল্ট। আর একটা ইন্টারেস্টিং ম্যাটার বলেছেন যে টেকনিক্যাল টিম। আসলে আমাদের মনে হয় যেন চালডাল কি করে, এনে একটা গোডাউন থেকে গিয়ে একবারে কম্পাইল করে গিয়ে দিয়ে যায়, ব্যাপারটা তা না, লট অফ থিংস আর দেয়ার। এবং এখানে ইন্টারেস্টিংলি আপনি এটা বলেছেন যে ইউ গট এ ম্যাপ ফ্রম দ্য রোড and then you aligned it by techno team according to the need of your customers and your needs। যে আপনি রাস্তা থেকে একটা সস্তা জিনিস পাইলেন, বাট ইউ কুড সাকসেসফুলি মানে ক্যাপিটালাইজ এন্ড কি বলে modify and shape and make it usable for you in this artificial intelligence system। আপনি সেটাকে অ্যাডাপ্ট করে ফেলছেন, যার ফলে এই যে ছোট্ট একটা জিনিস আমরা অনেক সময় দেখি না, তার মানে হচ্ছে এন্টারপ্রেনার যা দেখে আসলে অন্যরা তা দেখে না। মানে এন্টারপ্রেনার মাস্ট বি থরো এন্ড ডেপথ এন্ড হোয়াট এন্টারপ্রেনার ক্যান সি আদার্স ক্যানট সি। এই যে সাধারণ একটা ম্যাপ 20 টাকা, আমার কাছে তো খালি ম্যাপ, আমি নেই, হয়তো আপনার কাছে মনে হয়েছে ওকে লেট মি সি এন্ড ওকে গুড দিস ক্যান বি ফিট উইথ মাই অবজেক্টিভ এন্ড ক্যান বি ইউটিলাইজড এন্ড ক্যাপিটালাইজড এন্ড ইউ সাকসেসফুলি ডিড ইট। এখানে আপনি আরো একটা কথা বলছেন যে ওয়েব সেন্সিটিভ শেলফ, যেটা আপনি বলছেন আর্টিফিশিয়াল ইন্টেলিজেন্স, যে এখানে যেহেতু অনেক অর্ডার, অনেক পণ্য সামগ্রী ওয়ারহাউসে থাকে, এখানে অবশ্যই জানা দরকার যে আসলে এই মুহূর্তে আমার কোন প্রোডাক্টটা আছে কোন প্রোডাক্টটা নাই। আমরা দেখি ঔষধের দোকানে এটা দেখি অনেক সময় জাস্ট কম্পিউটার ক্লিক করে বের করে বলে ঔষধটা আছে কি নাই শেলফে। এটা যদিও আপনাদের জন্য অনেক বড়, সারা হয়তো দেশে এটা সরিয়ে আছে, তারপরও এরপর আবার লোকেট করা, একবার প্রথম হলো আইডেন্টিফাই করা বাই ইউজিং টেকনোলজি এন্ড দেন লোকেট ইট কোন শেলফে এটা আছে, সো নট ইজি। তারপর আবার ওই টাইমের মধ্যে 1 ঘন্টার মধ্যে তাদের কাছে পৌঁছে দেওয়া। সো লট অফ থিংস যে টেকনোলজি ছাড়া আসলে এই ব্যবসা বা উইদাউট দ্য ইউজ অফ ইনফরমেশন এন্ড কমিউনিকেশন টেকনোলজি ইট ইজ ভেরি ডিফিকাল্ট টু ডু দিস বিজনেস। আপনার আরেকটা কথা আমার কাছে ভালো লেগেছে যে অনেকে নিয়ম কানুন, আইন কানুন জানে না, যেটা আপনি বলছেন যে এখন 50 লাখ টাকা পর্যন্ত লোন পাওয়া যেতে পারে উইদাউট কোলাটারাল সিকিউরিটি, যেটা আগে ছিল না, যেটা আমাদের ছাত্রদের জন্য একটা নিউজ। তবে এর বাইরেও ছাত্ররা জানে কিনা বাংলাদেশ ব্যাংকের এন্টারপ্রেনারশিপ ডেভেলপমেন্ট ফান্ড আছে, যেটা উইদাউট ইন্টারেস্ট ফর 7 ইয়ার, সেখান থেকেও কিন্তু 10 কোটি টাকা পর্যন্ত স্মল এন্টারপ্রেনার এবং টেকনোলজি বেসড বিজনেস করার জন্য লোন পাওয়া যেতে পারে উইদাউট কোলাটারাল সিকিউরিটি। বাট এগেইন যে লোনটা নেওয়ার জন্য যে প্ল্যান, যে প্রপোজাল, যে চিন্তা, যে আইডিয়া, সেই আইডিয়াটা যদি ইউনিক না হয়, যদি ইনোভেটিভ না হয়, তাহলে কিন্তু ওই লোন পাওয়া যাবে না। আরেকটা বলেছেন যে চুজিং ইউর পার্টনার, আপনি চিন্তা করছেন, আমরা চিন্তা করছেন একটা, আপনার পার্টনার চিন্তা করছে আর একটা, দেন দেয়ার উইল বি নো ম্যাচ, নো ম্যারেজ। সো সেম থিংকিং লাইন একই হবে না, বাট টার্গেট থিংকিং প্যাটার্ন একই হইতে হবে, একই জিনিস চাচ্ছে দুজন, তখনই পার্টনার হবে। এন্ড পার্টনার ইজ নাথিং রং, পার্টনারশিপ ইজ নাথিং রং। আপনি আরো একটা কথা বলেছেন যে এখানে একটা চ্যালেঞ্জ নিয়ে প্রশ্ন করছে আপনাকে, যে চ্যালেঞ্জ কি? চ্যালেঞ্জের তো অভাব নাই, সর্বক্ষেত্রে চ্যালেঞ্জ, রাস্তাতে বাসা থেকে বেরোইলে চ্যালেঞ্জ, চ্যালেঞ্জের তো অভাব নেই। অনলাইনে চ্যালেঞ্জ তো আরো বেশি। দেখা গেল যে এখানে টেকনোলজি বেসড চ্যালেঞ্জ আছে, কিছু আইসিটি বেসড, হ্যাকাররা হ্যাক করতে পারে, নানা রকম প্রবলেম আছে। আবার আপনারা তো অফলাইন অনলাইন দুই লাইনেই কাজ করতেছেন, অর্থাৎ 360 ডিগ্রি লেভেল চ্যালেঞ্জ আই হ্যাভ পারহ্যাপস ইউ আর ফেসিং। 360 ডিগ্রি অফলাইনে যে চ্যালেঞ্জ গুলো আমরা দেখি রাস্তায়, পথে, অথবা ওয়্যার হাউসে, অথবা প্রোডাক্টের ভেজালের ক্ষেত্রে, নানা ক্ষেত্রে আমরা অফলাইনে যেমনি দেখি ফিজিক্যাল চ্যালেঞ্জ গুলো আমরা যে ফেস করি, একইভাবে আপনারা অনলাইনের চ্যালেঞ্জ গুলো হ্যাকারদের ইত্যাদি নানা রকম ফেস করেন। সো চ্যালেঞ্জ অবশ্যই আছে, বাট চ্যালেঞ্জকে যদি ইফ উই ক্যান কনভার্ট দ্য চ্যালেঞ্জ ইনটু অপরচুনিটি, চ্যালেঞ্জকে অপরচুনিটিতে কনভার্ট করা যায় কিনা, উইকনেসকে স্ট্রেংথে কনভার্ট করা যায় কিনা, ইফ উই ক্যান ডু দ্যাট, দেন আই এম শিওর দ্যাট ওয়ান ক্যান বিকাম দ্য সাকসেসফুল এন্টারপ্রেনার। আর আমি সত্যি খুব মানে আনন্দিত যে আমরা আজকে একজন এন্টারপ্রেনারের মুখ থেকে, আমরা সাকসেসফুল এন্টারপ্রেনার বাংলাদেশের, ওনার মুখ থেকে আমরা অনেক কথা শুনলাম এবং একটি আধুনিক বিজনেস সম্পর্কিত অনেক বক্তব্য শুনলাম, চ্যালেঞ্জ শুনলাম, তাদের চলার পথ, তাদের শুরু থেকে শেষ পর্যন্ত, এবং তাদের ডেভেলপমেন্ট এক্সপানশন সবই আমরা শুনলাম। এবং আমি আশা করি যে আমাদের ছাত্ররা এই আজকের এই বক্তব্যের মাধ্যমে, এই লেকচারের মাধ্যমে, জনাব জিয়া আশরাফের লেকচারের মাধ্যমে তারা এনলাইটেড হবে, তারা বেনিফিটেড হবে, এবং দে উইল বি এবল টু থিঙ্ক বাই দেমসেলভস, হাউ টু থিঙ্ক লাইক অ্যান এন্টারপ্রেনার। আমরা জানি যে এন্টারপ্রেনারশিপের তিনটা স্টেজ আছে, একটা হলো স্টিমুলেটরি, আর একটা হলো সাপোর্টিং, আর একটা সাস্টেইনিং। পারহ্যাপস দিস ওয়ার্কশপ, দিস ওয়েবিনার will work as a stimulatory workshop or a stimulatory event that may stimulate our fresh graduates or our students to become the entrepreneur. But শুধু stimulation enough না, you must be able to sustain and support, must be supported by others. সাপোর্টও মানুষ এমনিতে করে না, লোন চাই, লোন একদমই তো মানুষ দেয় না, তার জন্য যোগ্যতা লাগে, লোনের জন্য অ্যাপ্লাই করতে হলেও ক্যাপাবিলিটি প্রয়োজন হয়। সুতরাং আজকের এই সেমিনারের দ্বারা যদি আমাদের ছাত্ররা, একজন ছাত্র যদি স্টিমুলেট হয় টু বি অ্যান এন্টারপ্রেনার অর টু স্ট্যান্ড অন হিজ অর হার ওন ফিট, we shall perceive and believe that this workshop or this webinar is a successful webinar. With this, I would like to extend my thanks to this honorable speaker, successful entrepreneur, Mr. Zia Ashraf, founder and chief operating officer, Chaldal.com, for giving your valuable time and sharing your experience and secrets, I should say, with our students, and what should I say, shown your interest to be attached with NUB family. Thank you, Mr. Zia Ashraf, for attaching with us, for giving a valuable time. I also would like to give thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Anwar Hossain, who is really entrepreneurial, is a polished and highly renowned professor of Bangladesh, business professor. He attended this seminar and he spoke from the beginning that it is really a great evening. And thank you, sir, for joining us and joining our students and sharing your thoughts regarding entrepreneurship, regarding online business with our students and with us. Thank you, sir. I also would like to extend my thanks to Mr. Mashukujaman, head of the Dr. Mashukujaman, head of the Department of Business Administration, and my colleagues, especially Ms. Farzana Chowdhury, who anchored this program, Mr. Tausif Ali, Techno Team person, leader, is our lecturer, and our colleagues and students for attending this valuable and important seminar, and also contributing and asking questions to the speaker, to the keynote speaker. With this, I would like to conclude here. Thank you all. Farzana.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your inspiring words. I think all of you must agree with me that it was actually an enlightening session, and students can get a lot from the entrepreneur, Mr. Zia Ashraf. We are actually at the end part of today's session, and before saying goodbye, I would like to thank to all of the guests, keynote speakers especially, and all the faculty members and participants for attending today's session. Me, Farzana Chaudhary, wishing you a very happy and happy life, and best wishes to all of you. Stay safe and stay blessed. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. I'm truly honored. I got a lot of thank you. And, everyone stay safe, and let's hope that we can close this pandemic. I mean, we can end this pandemic and move forward to a very nice digital Bangladesh. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Thank you.
And for any kind of question, please contact me, and I'm always open to help new entrepreneurs and students. If there are other programs also, you can let me know. I'll try to, come and talk if you want.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.